Bamidele wasn't always the boy sitting alone in the market, weaving baskets with hands that had learned to stay busy, just to survive. Once, he had a family, a father who sang while carving wood, and a mother who made the best iwedu soup in the village. But that life vanished one stormy night when fire swept through their home. Bamidele survived by chance, pulled from the flames by a kind neighbor. But his parents, they were gone, and with them, the warmth of his childhood. Left with an aunt who saw him as nothing more than an extra mouth to feed. Bamidele soon found himself abandoned at the market of a distant village. He had nothing but a woven mat and memories too painful to speak of. As days turned into months, then years, he learned to weave baskets, trading them for scraps of food. Yet the market was harsh and unforgiving. People whispered, calling him a thief, a curse, an unwanted ghost. Laura, the yam seller's daughter, often watched him from her father's stall, her heart caught between fear and pity. One afternoon, as the sun bore down like molten gold, she saw Bamidele, looking at the roasted yams with eyes that spoke of hunger deeper than the belly. It was the hunger of someone forgotten. Before she could move, a piercing scream cut through the market. "My gold bracelet, it's gone!" Iashade's shrill voice drew everyone's attention. Fingers pointed and eyes narrowed in suspicion, Bamidele, frozen with shock, met the crowd's gaze. "You, show us what you're hiding." Bamidele's heart pounded as he clutched his basket close, feeling the familiar sting of judgment. "I didn't take anything," Bamidele whispered. The crowd pressed in, demanding proof of his innocence. With trembling hands, Bamidele slowly opened his basket. Inside, there were only his weaving tools, a few trinkets he'd crafted, and a small cloth pouch containing a stale piece of bread. But the villagers exchanged doubtful glances, murmuring, "That doesn't prove anything. Anyone can hide the truth." In the back of the crowd, Laura's heart ached with uncertainty. She couldn't shake the thought of what might be hidden behind Bamidele's sorrowful eyes. She decided to follow him after the market closed to learn the truth for herself. As dusk settled over the village, Laura trailed behind Bamidele, watching him as he moved quickly toward the edge of the forest. Suddenly, he spun around, eyes wide with panic. "Who's there?" Laura stepped forward, startled. She tripped on a jagged rock, cutting her arm as she fell. Her cry echoed through the trees. Blood seeped through her dress as she whimpered in pain. Bamidele hurried over to help her, but stopped when the shouts of approaching villagers echoed through the air. "Laura," her father's voice cracked with fear, and then fury when he saw Bamidele standing over her. "You hurt my daughter." The crowd gathered, their faces hardened with suspicion and blame. Then, through the haze of pain, Laura's voice rose softly. "Papa, he helped me. I got injured while following him." Just then, Iashade's grandson ran up, waving her lost bracelet in his tiny hand. "Mama, I found it on the path near the Ogun River." The villagers' eyes shifted from Bamidele to Laura, then back, shame flickering on their faces. Laura's voice rose once more. "He's not hiding anything. You only suspect him because he's alone. That isn't fair." One of the elders stepped forward, looking Bamidele in the eye. "If you're as honest as she says, prove it. Show us your worth and spirit at tomorrow's Aura dance." The next day, after the women's Aura dance, Bamidele arrived with his basket. Inside were gifts he'd woven from scraps. He set up his humble stand, ignoring the cold glances, and began handing out the trinkets with a shy smile, asking nothing in return. Children gathered around him, drawn by his creations, and even the adults watched with softened eyes. As he handed each one a gift with a gentle smile, Laura stood by his side, sharing in the laughter, spreading kindness with him. As the festival neared its end, Iashade approached, skeptical but curious. Bamidele didn't speak. He simply reached into his basket and handed her a delicate flower bracelet, woven with intricate care. She accepted it with a nod, respect filling her gaze. As night fell and the villagers lit their lanterns, Bamidele was no longer the boy they feared but the quiet soul, who had given what little he had to bring them joy. Lara whispered to her father with quiet pride, "See, kindness is his only gift." Her father nodded, relief and pride shining in his eyes. Bamidele was no longer seen as the orphan by the market. He became a treasured part of the village, respected and cherished for his quiet kindness.